Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2024. I am going to keep this short because this is meant to be essentially just a masterclass video. So I'm sure you'll remember last year, knew I was going to make one of those jokes, I was very lucky to be invited to the London International Horse Show to do a masterclass with gorgeous Jamie here, with Dickie Waygood teaching and Laura Collett as my riding buddy. I know. It was a bit crazy. I could have done with someone a little bit more amateur, but you know, they went with Laura. I've been really lucky that Horse and Country TV have actually sent me the entire masterclass. So they were streaming it live and they've generously given me all of the footage, so you can hear all of the sound, you can hear everything we're saying, and you can get loads of amazing angles. So it's much better than what we were able to get because we were restricted to filming in the corners. So I figured I'm going to post this video. I did do a poll on Instagram and this is what you guys have voted for. So I'm going to post the entire masterclass unedited. You guys can watch as much as you like. You can skip bits, you can rewind and play bits that, you know, really speak to you. I thought it'd be nice to have the whole thing on YouTube because it was an amazing experience and also incredible for learning. Like, I've watched the entire thing back. I know I said you can skip it, but honestly, it's quite, like, I wasn't wanting to skip, quite entertaining. I think you'll enjoy it. So it's definitely a great one to learn from, but I will also be posting my vlog from behind the scenes and also put some of Pete's gorgeous slow motion footage in because, oh, so nice. And I think it's quite fun to see like a little bit behind the scenes. You can see what we got up to, see my late night riding antics. So that video will be coming soon, but I figured get the masterclass out there because a lot of people have been asking for it. On the note of being very thankful to Horse and Country, we've also got to talk about the fact that my new show with them, Megan's Talent Takeover, is literally going live tomorrow. If you're watching this the day it comes out. I mean, if you're watching it weeks in advance, then lucky you, because all of the episodes will be out. But the first episode is dropping Friday, the 5th of January at 8 p.m. And the fun thing is, if you watch it as soon as it goes live, I'm then doing an Instagram live with the lovely Rosie Tapner at 8:30 afterwards over on Instagram, so that we can talk about the whole episode. You can like make fun of me being scared of Pammy for the first part, and also make fun of me nearly getting decked on Winnie, because the first session, oh my word, she definitely nearly had me. So yeah, make sure you head over to Horse and Country TV. You can get your subscriptions. They are doing a little free trial in January. So if you're quick, you can make the most of that and enjoy Megan's Talent Takeover. I'm so excited to see it. I've not seen a single full episode yet. So I will be there 8 p.m, 5th of Jan, watching along with you guys. Anyway, it's time to journey back to London Horse Show and watch our lovely masterclass with Dickie Waygood and Laura Collett. So big thank you to Horse and Country TV. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the London Arena. So we've got some interesting jumping going on this morning. For those of you that follow eventing, we're going to work on some basics, and we've got some great riders who could come into the arena any minute now, and we'll introduce the riders as they come in. But the idea today is we're going to work on basics, and then we're going to see where those basics take us. And I'm hoping that we can finish off with some really exciting cross-country lines. And I'm just looking at the corner that they're building there, and it's going to be super exciting because you've actually built the corner the wrong way around. So that will be super exciting. These bits need to be at that end. Super. So we're just, if we can have our riders into the arena, please. So for those who don't know, my name's Dickie Waygood, Richard Waygood. I'm the performance manager for the British eventing team for the senior squads. Prior to that, I was the dressage performance manager for 8 years, and I was privileged to go through that wonderful period in dressage that we won all the medals, and I was just lucky I was a small part of that. And then I stepped into the eventing role, and then for Tokyo, I was really privileged. I led the senior teams in Tokyo for both Olympic and Paralympic, and that was really, really exciting. And into the arena, Laura, I think you're mic'd up, but look at Da Capo having a little bit of fun here, which is great, because this session today, it's going to be a coaching session and a training session. So I don't expect it all to be perfect, because if it's all perfect, I'll have nothing to talk about. So the plan is it's a coaching session. And then if we have little problems, then we work through those problems, and I'll show you the way that we'd overcome those problems. So, Meg, if you'd like to just introduce yourself, please, and your horse.
Okay. Oh, we are working. Perfect. So I'm Meg. I'm an amateur event rider and also a content creator, which is how I've managed to bag myself a spot in here today. And I'm riding Jamie today. She is a home-produced horse. I've had her since she was 3. She's been to badminton twice now. She was in grassroots, let me just add that, sorry. And she was inside the top 10 both times, and she's qualified to go again next year, where we might be doing the 100. So I think these exercises will be good to do. Good girl.
Okay, so thank you, Meg. And Laura, how about your horse and a little bit of background, and no need to be modest.
So this is Da Capo. He is 14-year-old. I've had him since he was 5. He's won and been placed at 4-star level, but he's only just come back off his holidays, so he might be a little bit feral today.
And Laura, for those of you who don't know, riding a horse called London 52. It's part of our gold medal winning team in Tokyo. So absolutely fantastic. Lovely to have Laura here. Laura, how many 4-stars has Cal won?
He's won 1 4-star long, and I think he's won 2 4-star shorts.
Fantastic. So we're going to start in a second. We're just waiting for the arena party to leave. And while you're cantering around, I want you just to think a little bit about some gear changes in the canter, the paces within the canter, getting the horses supple and relaxed, which might be quite hard today because this is an environment that event horses aren't usually used to.
Good girl. Hello.
So down the long side then, Laura, what I'd like you to see now is a few gear changes. And Meg, exactly the same. I'd like to see some gear changes, but when you're cantering down the long side, can you think about just getting a little bit lighter with your seat? That's it. And into a cross-country seat. And I want you to think about, Meg, having 3 different positions.
Okay.
You'll have the light cross-country seat. Yeah, you're a little bit in front of the horse there.
Okay.
Then down the next long side, I want you to drop right down onto the horse's neck in your racing seat. Ooh. Right down onto the horse's neck, that's it. Excellent, and straight away, you saw the horse go faster. And then when you get to the short ends, down into a racing seat, away you go, right down, and now stand up, and we collect and balance the horse for the corner. Ooh. Ooh. So if you work on that repetition, horses are creatures of habit, and they start to associate the weight aids with collecting. When you're ready, change the rein.
Oh. I know.
Okay. So, Meg, with your horse, I always ask this at the beginning of a coaching session, strengths and weaknesses.
She can be a little bit gung-ho, which sometimes is a good thing because I'm not gung-ho, so we kind of balance each other out a bit. Her strengths, as I would say, she's genuinely quite honest, but seeing all of these things, I think I will actually have to make sure I've got my leg on her.
Don't worry, we're going to go at the horse's pace and your pace, okay? And Laura, strengths and weaknesses with Cal.
He's normally very good with a skinny and on a line, as long as he's listening. So his weakness would be he tends to think he knows best.
Okay, I like that bit. He thinks he knows best, because do you think he ever does know best or not?
Oh, sometimes, yeah.
Okay. What I'd like to do, Meg, I'm going to use Laura as a little bit of an image exercise for you, because an image is everything. And Laura's going to do an exercise, and then we might mark her out of 10 if we're feeling real. And then I'd like you to come and do the exercise once I've talked it through.
Okay.
So I'm going to overlay over the top of Laura's exercise, and then I'd like you to come and I'm going to coach you while you're doing it. Does that make sense?
Perfect, yeah.
Happy days. Okay, so, Laura, very simple. You're going to hate me for this. I'd like you to do a roll back and come over the skinny just there in trot. It's the trot bit that Laura will hate me for. And I'm more than happy, ladies and gentlemen, if Laura takes a neck strap and hooks a couple of fingers under the neck strap. And exactly the same, Meg, as well. So let's just watch Laura. So Laura has 3 jobs to do. Number 1 is to sit in balance. Number 2, with her legs, to provide the line. And lastly, to provide the correct way of going. Super. Really good. And give him a pat. Now, Meg, exactly the same, please. Now, when you landed then, Laura, we saw that the Cal, shied away a little bit from the New Horizons board there. So this time round, I want you to think a little bit more of a leg yield feeling on landing. It's absolutely imperative that the horse stays on railway tracks. So looking round, Meg. Now looking up. Well done. Very good. Super. Really pleased with that. Now I'm going to give you a few little things to work on, and I want Laura to do the most beautiful demonstration. We're not putting you under any pressure, my Laura. So I just want in the audience now, and Meg, I want you to look at what I'm doing now with my eyes. So your job is first of all to look for the line. You then keep the horse on the line with the legs. And let's say, for example, my line is going to be across those 2 skinnies just here, across the rails.
Yeah.
So I look round the corner, I look for my line. Once I've seen my distance to the poles, watch my eyes going to look where I want to ride. And I'm not looking down, I'm looking where I want to go. Yet I haven't stood on the poles. Yeah? We'll do that again. You ready? I want to go that way. I'm looking round. I want to come back to you. I've not looked down once. I can put a little short stride in, and I can see. Have you got that?
Yeah.
So we're going to watch Laura's eyes now. So when you're ready, Laura. So Laura now will come round the corner. Once she's seen her distance and has her line, she will look towards where she wants to ride. Look at her eyes, looking at her eyes, she's looking up. Super, and a leg yield feeling, wow. Very good. Okay, so that all we're gonna do now, Meg, is we're gonna look at your eyes. See where you're looking. Really good, thank you, Laura. So, looking round. Now looking up, don't look down. Very good. And leg yield. Leg yield. It's really important just here that you get that leg yield feeling to create the suppleness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get the suppleness and the horse stays on the railway tracks that you want him to stay, not allowed to take over.
Yeah.
As a treat now, you're allowed to go into canter. Yeah, and Laura's going to come round, jump this in canter. She's going to go all the way around the arena, then roll back over this bigger skinny just here. But I want to see that leg yield on landing.
Oh my God.
So, now watch Laura's eye. She's seen her distance. She looks up. She puts the leg yield in. You can see the capo wants to shy away a little bit from the crowd. So she's going to get him supple from the inside leg. Now keeping her eye up. Lost the shoulder just a little bit in the turn. And because he's a bit fresh, you can see in his outline, he's rolling over a little bit. Just before you go again, Laura, can you, because he's a bit fresh and he's stepping into the contact, can you see if you can get him up, as we would for pure dressage, up at the pole and out in his face a bit more, so then he sees the fence a lot easier. Now, for me today, there's going to be a point when Laura's going to say, if you think you can do better, you get on and do it. As you can see, Cal's a little bit fresh.
Want me to do it now?
Yeah, I think you should do that now, yeah. Just while it's fresh in his head.
I can get his head up, but it'll go real fast.
It could be interesting. So, Laura's job, first of all, to make sure she's in balance. Secondly, to put the correct way into the horse, the correct way of going for the question in hand, and then thirdly, provide the line. 3 simple rules. Now the leg yield feeling, very good. Think a little bit of shoulder fore there, and then before the turn, pole up, face out. Think pure dressage, pole up, face out so he doesn't curl over. Very good with the shoulder, sitting up, and a leg yield feeling. Very good. Okay, I like that. It's good, Laura. Make a fuss. And that is good basics. Good basics. Right then, Megan.
Do you not do cross poles at 4 and 5 star?
I can't hear you.
I said, do you not do cross poles at 4 and 5 star?
4 or 5.
These are scary.
So your job here is to absolutely keep the horse on railway tracks and don't, with your upper body, don't overfold. Look up. Really good. Well done, you. Super. And then do all your balancing back here. Do your homework early. Give yourself time. And don't break the rhythm. Don't get faster. You don't need to. Don't get quicker. Hey, well done, you. Well done. That was your Olympic gold medal there, you know. Really good. The reason why Meg was so good is she stuck to the rules. She stuck to the system. Really impressed. And I'd like to see a little bit more homework done out there in the balance.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, is this the correct way of going to answer the question?
Okay.
Yeah, and then manage the shoulder a little bit more. And then when you jump that, you'd won your Olympic medal, but you forgot about the leg yield.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So should we just go and do that loop again, please?
Yeah.
Boy.
And if the horse looks out at the crowd, put the horse into a little bit of shoulder forward positioning. Really good. Outside shoulder. Now sit tall. Really good. Leg yield feeling, then shoulder forward feeling. So you keep his concentration to the inside, not to the people on the outside. A little bit higher in his pole. Manage that right shoulder. Manage the right shoulder. Steady, steady. Look up, look up. Whoa, whoa. All right, not bad at all. However, you got that time you almost had a flat tire out here.
Okay.
And what I don't want to see is you go slow, slow, slow with a flat tire and then come down to the fence really empty.
Yeah.
And because he was a little bit empty, you got a little bit over him in the jump.
Okay.
I almost want you to feel like you're going to stand up here.
Okay.
So Laura, I'd like you to come and do the same again. And we will beef it up for you a little bit in a minute. But I'd like you to give a demonstration of staying really tall. And also, I want you to keep a connection over the top of the fence to slow the bascule down a little bit. So, Laura, I'm going to change it a little bit for you. I'd like to see if you can come roll back to that skinny, 100% straight. You might have to put a flying change in, and then come back to this skinny.
Okay.
Good girl.
Okay, so again, all the same principles. Keep a connection over the top of the fence. Keep your eye up. Whoa. Balance. Outside shoulder. And leg yield. Well done. Good. And you can see there, Cal, he's gone disunited. He's a little bit tense and tight. We haven't really got that relaxation mentally and physically at the moment, but overall, I think that was really good. Really good. Now, Meg, I'm going to help you a bit. Yeah. This will come on you really quickly. And if you're not able to land and keep exactly the same canter,
Yeah.
and you accelerate, this turn will be really ugly.
Yeah.
So I want to see if you can have a metronome in your head, and I want you to say at 9 miles an hour on the approach, 9 miles an hour in the bascule, no, not allowed to accelerate, whoa, whoa, keep the connection in the jump. When I say connection, just keep a contact.
Okay.
It could be a really light contact, but I don't want you to drop the horse over the top of the fence. Sitting up, really tall, remember with your eyes, get the outside shoulder, balance, using the leg to turn, sitting up, and then when you get here, no rush of blood.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got to stay up, and you've got to think, I'm keeping the gap, and when I land, I'm going to get 10 out of 10 for my getaway.
Okay.
Go on, where you go.
No, that one. Come on. Oh.
Super. No quicker. You've fallen in a bit. No quicker. Keep the contact. Whoa. Wow. All right. Get away. Oh, I was just about to praise you and say how good that was then. And now you're back in the naughty corner. Yeah. This was brilliant. And then here, you didn't need to take a pull.
Right,
Because
okay.
you kept the connection here and you didn't accelerate to this fence, you kept the rhythm here, and when you turn then you did not need to go. It was lovely. Yeah?
Yeah.
So believe in the system, believe in the rules. Can I have someone from the arena party put the fence back up, please?
Oh, Jamie.
Thank you. So we're going to do that again in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're going to stick to the system, but believe here, you don't need to go like that. You're allowed to hold. You can hold, but you're not allowed to check. If you check, you then change the distance. And sometimes that holding could be as light as holding you've caught 2 birds in the windowsill.
Yeah.
And you've got the birds, you don't want to let them go, but you don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other times it could be really, really, the holding can be quite strong. But your job fundamentally now is about timing and feel.
Okay.
Okay, let's go once more.
Good girl. Oh.
So here we go then. And don't fall in round the corner. Think a little bit of shoulder in feeling there. Outside shoulder, balance, whoa, whoa. Don't expand, super, whoa. Keep it level. And leg yield to get a 10 out of 10. That's a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't bad at all.
Good girl.
Really good, really good. Wow. Laura, can you just come and do that the other way? And the reason why when we do it this way, Meg, it will be a lot harder because you'll get a bigger jump over this fence.
Yeah, okay.
So then you're going to land and he's probably going to run away. So you've got to be really disciplined. Watch how Laura sticks to the system. Even if Cal is really, you know, he's not 100% relaxed here and quite straight. Whoa. Holy moly. Well done. Now you all saw then, go and do that again, Laura. And I know it's a little bit hard because you stood still for a while. Do that once more, please. And that's before you come, make sure you've got Cal in the correct way of going for the question in hand. So cross country, we will call it your preparation point. Don't get quicker, keep the connection. Whoa, really well ridden. And that's the art of cross-country riding. Sometimes it's not always beautiful and elegant. And you saw there, Cal, he just wants to get on with this, and now he's really coming alive. But Laura stuck to the system. She stuck to the rules and stuck to the system, so it all came off. Okay, away we go then, Meg. Outside shoulder, whoa, whoa, no quicker. Don't expand the canter, don't expand the canter. Well ridden, whoa, whoa. Stay tall. Straight round again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a good job, but over the top of this fence, you're a little bit loose and free. And round, before you make your turn, I really want you to think you might do a series of half halts and you need to manage the outside shoulder before you turn. Don't wait until you've lost the shoulder. So manage the shoulder now. Whoa, manage it, manage it, manage it. No quicker, don't expand. Very well ridden. And outside rein. All right. So, yes, there was moments there, and it's a little bit like Laura's, you know, he's really enjoying himself, but you are sticking to the rules, and then you're getting through the flags. So you're taking the risk out of cross-country riding. Yeah. Now, before I go any further, and in a minute, Laura, I want you to go and ride a pick and mix and you can jump all of these fences individually. But before we go any further, I just want to talk about the horse's job. The horse's job is to avoid the fence. So to avoid the fence, the horse must have his back legs following his front legs. He must be on railway tracks. So when the horse then, if he's absolutely straight, he has the ability to lengthen and shorten. But if I have my hands out here to try to do a push-up, I can't do a push-up with my hands out here. The horse cannot lengthen and shorten safely if he's run out through his shoulders. He has to have his back legs following the front legs. He loses the ability to shorten and lengthen. So to avoid the fence, they either give it a go or they run out. And I've seen many really, really top horses that are really brave, but they're running out because their biomechanics won't allow them to lengthen and shorten. So they're avoiding the fence. So Laura, working on straightness, go and have a pop over everything. And I might just put you a flag. We'll make that corner a little bit narrow in a minute.
Yeah,
Meg?
let's.
Yeah, that might be nice. So just have a watch and learn from Laura. As I said before, an image is everything. So Laura now balancing and controlling the outside shoulder. Good, and you can see Cal is really, really fresh here. Super. And you can see here, I'm just been a little bit quiet now, but you can see here, Laura's having to deal with quite a lot of impulsion that she's not necessarily asking for, but Cal's providing. So, Laura, any feedback on that? Just on, what, looking through Cal's ears at the moment, what were you feeling then?
Well, he is very keen, which is no bad thing because we like them to enjoy themselves, and he's the only thing he's doing is wanting to get there quicker than I maybe want him to, but he's very much staying on his lines. Criticism, I would say, coming around the corners. Sometimes he bulges a bit out through his outside shoulder and again tucks his head in. Like in an ideal world, he'd be looking up and out a little bit more, but I think we'd be going flat out everywhere if we do that.
I'd agree with you. And the problem is when the way the horse's vision works, the horse, when they're looking, it's rather like they have a baseball cap on. And if they roll over, they only can see out their peripheral vision. And part of the job, especially when you're jumping skiddies, is to be able to let the horses understand where they're being asked to go. And remember, they've never walked the course. So when a horse is fresh like this, and especially this can happen in the early part of the cross-country course, so the rider needs to be really aware of what they're sat on, and as I said earlier, it's a lot about timing and feel. In the ideal world, we want the horse mentally and physically relaxed so we can keep the rhythm and we don't have to take a pull. So the only thing I would like you to do differently, Meg, is I would like you to jump everything, yeah? And I think that I'm going to put you a guiding rail because this is a training session, not a testing session. You can have a guiding rail on the corner. But what I don't want you to do, I want you to jump the second elbow. So if you're coming this way, you're going to jump the back elbow first.
Okay.
And if you decide to come this way, you'll jump this back elbow because I don't want the horse to think that he's running past the fence and running out. Does that make sense?
Okay, so jump this one that way.
Jump this one that way. Yeah. That way. And then if you decide you want to jump that one, jump this one this way, so you're not saying to him, you've landed and you've run past the fence.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Right, go and have a little bit of fun, a pick and mix, stick to the rules, yeah?
Yep.
Laura, because Cal's a little bit fresh, do you just want to do a little bit of relaxation work with him? Now you notice here we've got the ground line one way and the other. For this type of jumping, I like to mix it up a little bit.
I would pick the only fence that has the ground line the wrong way, wouldn't I?
It's absolutely fine. These are designed because cross-country, as you well know, you don't always have your ground line. Keep there. Well done. Ooh. Stick to the rules, though. I felt that you didn't really know that you were going right after that fence. So should we do that fence again?
Yeah.
Don't expand the canter. Yeah. And manage the shoulder. And then I want you to go left. So keep the rhythm the same. No quicker. Don't expand. Well done. Then the jump is much more balanced, but I would like to keep that connection as well. So don't throw yourself over and then hope that the rest of your body follows.
Where do I want to go? There's too many fences.
That's all right. Now, you broke the rules then because you came through the corner, then you expanded, and then he'll run away on landing. So now you're going to have to put the wheels back on and don't let him run away. That's all right. So when you go, I think you're going to ride down that row next, but you mustn't accelerate at the Lemur skinny. Whoa. Oh, super. Stay the same. Well ridden. Really good.
Sorry, Dickie.
Oh, well done.
I'm about to run you over.
Horses are in the way. Keep the rhythm.
Oh,
Keep
no, I got scared. Sorry. We're going again.
100%. All my fault. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, if you weren't on my line, I think we'd have been fine.
I want you to circle again. Circle again. So before we come, let's just make sure we've absolutely got the correct canter, okay? So absolutely straight, got the outside shoulder, keep the body tall. Well done, well done.
So honest,
good.
well done, baby.
So, super, a little pat there. Now,
Ooh.
I'm going to ask Laura to ride a few lines now, but my worry at the moment is when you come round the corner, you're coming round with the shoulder and you're not doing enough to balance the shoulder.
Okay.
And the canter, the horse is almost dragging himself along. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So before we go again, I would like you, just leaving Laura enough room to work, but go and do 10 or 15 trot-canter transitions.
Okay.
But you're only allowed to do one step of trot only. I'm going to watch you do it a couple of times, and then I'm going to work with Laura. So, in canter, one step of trot only, and canter again. Oh, well done. Do that again, and canter again.
Oops.
Whoa.
Sorry, girl.
One step of trot. Wow, fantastic. And then we're creating collection. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's the feeling that I want you to have in all of your gears, that you're not going around with the horse dragging itself on the shoulder. Well, look, this is really good. Can you come and jump that corner again, please, off the right rein?
Yeah.
Circle once. Let's see that outside shoulder. Up in the pole. So it's off the forehand. Well done. Do not accelerate. Don't check. Just hold. Holy moly, that was good. Eh? Wasn't that good?
Oh my God!
Did you see then the way when you landed? I know he landed on the left lead, but he was so balanced in his getaway, you were able to look over your shoulder, give me a great big smile and go, Jose.
Wow!
Well done.
Good girl.
Okay, Laura, I'm going to turn this round now, and I would like you to jump the double of elbows for the first time, please. And if we could put this up to the top, please. So if you could jump the double of elbows, you can jump the corner the other way if you want to, and then we're going to ride the odd line. Yes. So, watch Laura's eye now. Cal's a little bit more settled. So we're just going to make sure now that he's up at the pole and out at the face, so a little bit more in front of the vertical. Don't chase him. Sit tall. Great stuff. All right, Laura, let's just go into a little bit of a party trick. I haven't got a clue what the distance is down here, how many strides, but Laura's job is to provide the correct canter, provide the line, keep her eye up, but keep the horse straight and on railway tracks. So here we go. So, providing the correct way of going. Look in, look at her eyes, have turned. Really good, really good. Laura, again, I did walk the corner. It is on a little bit of a distance, but what I'd like you to do is do all three to the corner now. But what I really liked about that is Laura kept her eye up, she kept looking in front of her, and when she got here, she didn't let Cal take over, because if he takes over here, she's going to run out at the corner because he'll shimmy in on the inside line, and she could get 2.5 round here, she could get 3, she could get a comfortable 2, but I'm fixated on Laura keeping the line. Very good with the upper body, super, looking right.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't know if you saw here, Laura virtually got a pirouette to this fence. She should be in the Grand Prix Freestyle on Thursday evening. Really, really good. But because Laura's eye was looking beyond, and obviously we've worked together quite a lot, and Laura's at the top of her game, but Cal literally did a pirouette in the last step. He was totally straight, then he could lengthen and shorten. But if he came round here and he fell out through the court, through his shoulders, there's high risk of him running out. Really good, Megan, really good. So, shall we? I want you to have a little dabble at some of this.
Yeah.
What do you think then to having a warm-up jump across this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Change the rein over the lemur, upright, and then I want you to come down and ride both of these angles. Laura, the coaching is over to you. Away you go.
I think keep just doing exactly how you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Just going to try and copy you, Laura.
All I'd say is make sure you've got enough canter through the corner when you come onto your line so that you don't have to alter it, so that you literally just pick up your line and just stay on the stride that you've got. And because it's on a distance, you need to have enough canter. So practice at this one, keeping coming through the turn. Yeah, good. So no less canter than that through the turn.
Oh, blimey, okay.
Yeah, so because that's why you need to look up really early so you don't start fiddling.
Yeah.
Because you're running out of space to get on the line. Very good. So do a little balance there. So you're in balance and start looking for your line now. Good. That's a good canter. Now trust the canter. Trust it, trust it, trust it.
Oh, sorry, Jamie.
That's
Sorry.
all right. You were really good at the first one, and then you just leant forward in the middle rather than staying and keeping her between your leg and your hand.
Okay.
So come to the first one exactly the same again, but then don't fold too much over the first one. So you've got to keep her on the line.
Oh God, I've messed it up, Laura.
That's all right. Keep going.
Sorry.
Don't bail.
Abort mission. Third time's a charm.
Come and jump that second one again from there. Good. Okay, now go back to trusting the canter.
Yeah.
And trust the line.
Good girl.
This is really good. So athlete, coaching, brilliant.
Balance.
Keep your body tall.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Look up. Well done.
Wow.
Well done, darling.
Well. There you go, Meg. It's not every day you get coached by an Olympic gold medalist. Bingo.
Exactly.
Yeah. And often the way I describe is when you jump into the lake at badminton, the horse has stumbled, you've dropped your whip, you've lost your stirrup irons. You don't sit there and go, oh, it's gone wrong. I know in Laura's eye socket, £110,000 flashes up, and she picks the horse up and she's out the other side. Really good. Now, we're going to do that again. And the point that Laura made, which we've seen earlier, and this would be some homework for you, is that little bit of weakness that you have when you get vulnerable here and then you get too over the horse.
So sit up more.
Keep your eye up and trust the system. If you have your eye up, if your eye is up, it keeps your balance in the center of the horse.
Okay.
But if you have that moment of nodding on landing, then the legs come off and you make it very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, it skews a pun from a great mate of mine stood over there, John Ledingham. He would say at this point, if you put that much weight into one stirrup, how much of your body weight is it? Well, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Now stay tall. Look up, look for your line, look to the second fence. Look up. Woo. Wow.
Good girl, baby.
Wow.
You are so good.
That was great. Here's the challenge then.
Oh no, stop.
No. Now, can you remember at the beginning how you were making the horse here, you were not expanding the canter to come back to there? When Laura did this, even with Cal today being fresh, she kept the canter the same. And that line came to her beautifully. Yeah.
Laura, hop on.
She didn't panic in here. She stuck to the system, to the rules. We're going to put this down a little bit for you. And let's see if we can take it a level further. So, I'm going to move it here. There we go. We're not that unfair. It is Christmas.
There we go.
It is Christmas after all. No, we'll just go, that's it.
You go the other end.
Perfect. We put that
And you
down
run to
3
the
holes,
corner.
please. Now,
Really?
one area where I thought Laura could have improved on was a squarer turn just here.
Okay.
So you've got to be really patient and make the turn, waiting, managing the shoulder, and I want you, should we call it in a 9-mile-an-hour canter, a collected almost canter, so you're not racing through this line.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it comes up quite fast.
It comes up very fast.
Oh,
That's
it does.
why you're not going to expand the canter, and you're going to stick to the rules and keep the canter the same.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was going to expand. I was trying
It's
to.
because you didn't have enough canter through the turn.
Okay.
Do
okay.
another circle and get that really good positive canter, but in a balance. So now balance.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's it. But that's it. Keep the energy behind. It's not speed, because then you give yourself time to get on the line, and it's not rushed then. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Very good.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Super coaching, world-class
Good girl,
coaching,
baby.
and really good effort there, Meg. There's just some small little takeaways for you.
Yep.
That little bit when you go to the hand, you just make the canter change to just that holding feeling and the connection with the leg. But overall, that's fantastic.
Thank you so
really,
much.
really good.
Good
A really big
girl.
achievement. So I love that. We're just going to finish off with one more line from Laura. But before we do that,
Well
any
done.
questions round the house? I can run it. Put your hand up if you have a coaching question. Anybody? Okay, so can we just put this fence back to where we were? And we're just going to ride the exercise now backwards. Laura, feel free to jump a fence before you do this. And
You good girl.
what I will say is when you ride this backwards, you'll find that it could ride very differently and the distances ride differently. So you've got to sit and expect the unexpected. And if you watch Laura's eyes, when she comes through the 2 elbows, it's really important that she's looking to this fence, but she doesn't let the horse shimmy in and cut the line off. He's still got to be thinking leg yield 100% straight. That's super. Yeah, thank you, Susie. Okay, over to you, Laura. I will put you a ground line on the back, on the other side of the corner. So just give me 2 secs. Meg, that was brilliant. It was
Thank
really
you.
good.
Quite
Yeah.
impressed.
So, I think Cal's going to try to overjump this corner a little bit. So, let's see how Laura deals with that. This turn is a little bit bonkers. Now she's going to look left. Oh, well done, well done. He got a little bit fresh, as you saw, to the end, but look how easy Laura made that turn. And when you walk these, and start off with, you just think they're doable. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. We're going to wrap up there, but I think there's some cracking golden nuggets there, Meg, for you to take away. And you've done everything that the Olympic gold medalist has done.
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
No, really good. And Laura, how are we at the moment? You've got Dan back into work, London 52.
Yep, he's even more wild than this one, doing a lot of extra jumping with his bucking, but he's feeling really well, and it's really nice to have him back feeling like a 5-year-old, and he's hopefully got a big year ahead, but just keep him in one piece would be the main aim, and then anything else is a bonus.
No, well done, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And how many 5 stars have you won with Dan now?
He's won 3. He is my horse of a lifetime for sure.
I can tell you this now, ladies and gentlemen, just to be a small part of that journey is a privilege, because one thing that I think all of you will agree, the 2 horses in here are happy athletes. And they look really happy. Yes, there's a bit of desensitizing to the environment, but they would not have done that if they didn't really enjoy it. With your horse, Meg, that was just a bit of miscommunication,
Yeah.
but then once you understood, it was, holy moly, Mum, come on, we're off.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Great round of applause. Really enjoyed the session today. It was a training session, not a testing session. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
What an absolute legend you are, Jamie. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I had the best time. I learnt so much. I also learnt an awful lot watching it back. It'll certainly be one that I revisit in the future. But yeah, big thank you to Horse and Country TV for providing that footage. Do not forget, my new show is live tomorrow, if you're watching this the day it comes out, at 8 p.m. And then you can come on the Instagram live after and ask me loads of questions and, yeah, roast me for being scared of Pammy. All right, guys, I live, laugh, love you, and I will see you very soon. Bye.